Hi guys, it's Erin. Today we have a whole bunch of sunflower work to do. You can see all these beauties. They're finally getting going. We've had enough heat that they're loving their lives. But there's a bunch of things that I need to do today. First, well, in no particular order, I need to get these finished, get some more trellising up for these guys. I always have the T-posts in here and I just need to string them up again. They need another layer. It's kind of windy today, so if that messes with the audio, I'm sorry. The temperature is cooling off dramatically today. It was 80 yesterday. Today it'll be 65. That won't last long though. It's supposed to skip right back up towards 80 by the end of the week. But I need to trellis these guys, give them more support. I need to plant a whole round of the seedlings that we started a while ago, and we need to sow another succession of seeds. Sunflowers in general are one of my favorite cut flowers. They're super easy to grow. They're really quick to flower, and they come in a variety of colors. We'll look at some of them closer up a little bit later, but you can get yellow, plummy, beigey colors. You can get red, white, all kinds of different ones. So I'll show you some of those, but in general, they're one of the easiest, fastest to harvest cut flowers that I've got, and you really don't need a whole lot of extra in a market bouquet than a bunch of sunflowers and maybe some stock or some snapdragons or some other filler, some other color. But a lot of times I can sell just straight bunches of 10 sunflowers as a market bouquet, and it's gold, and people love them. They're such a sign of summer that everybody loves them. And since we just passed the solstice, it's actually summer and people are craving that look. So like I said, we got a few things to do, all with sunflowers today. So I'm gonna get the camera set up and get going. We'll start, I think, with trellising these guys right here. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. You can actually see the walkway now. You couldn't before. And with all the wind, it needs the support. So that makes me feel better. They're gonna stay upright. There is another patch of sunflowers down there that I haven't quite put the T-post in yet. I may or may not get to that today. I gotta make sure that I have enough, actually. I'm not sure that I do. So I'll work on those another day. And then I have another patch of sunflowers that are maybe a foot tall right now that I'm actually planning on giving a try with the, we'll see, with the Hortonova netting. These sunflowers, as good as they are doing without falling over, there are some in the middle that have still kind of fallen over to the side and gone all crazy. So we are losing some to that, though I use them in my short arrangements and they're still beautiful. So it's not really a loss. But I'm thinking about that. I've not decided yet, so I'm not going to tackle that today, but that's a possibility. Either way, like I said, this is done. I feel much, much better about it. So I'm going to go into the greenhouse, get some seeds started, and then we'll prep the bed and transplant the seedlings that I want to get in the ground today also. All right, guys, we're in the greenhouse getting ready to start some sunflower seeds, like I said. I wanted to turn the camera around and show you a little bit of a tour of what's in here right now, because surprisingly, we do have quite a few little seedlings. So first I wanted to start with everything out here. Right here, these are the sunflowers that we need to get in the ground today. As you can see, they're suffering. They need to get out. They don't want to be in here. They need the full-on sunshine. And we're gonna put them right out here in the garden right there where the, where the tulips were. We have another round of sunflowers here. We have all of our biennials. So this is the Linaria, it's looking good. The Sweet Rocket, the Violet, they're so happy right now. They're doing really well. I don't have a huge amount of germination. I always struggle with that one a little bit. I'm not really sure why, but I'm gonna give it some more time, obviously, and we'll see what happens. This one is Foxglove, the pink gin. We'll see. Foxglove, it's funny to grow it just because because it grows wild, but not this color. And then Canterbury Bells, this one's, we have blue and white and lavender and pink and rose, and they're all just barely starting to germinate. You can see that right, oh, if it would. You can see that right there. They're starting to germinate, these tiny little babies. So yeah, they're doing good. We have lots of little tiny babies. I still have my tomatoes in the ground. They're just so sad. I don't know that they're ever gonna make it into the field or into the garden, but I'm gonna give it a try. They're fun to grow no matter what. Delphinium that we potted up, man, they are super happy with their new space that they have. And then this is all the bee balm that we started together, leftover dahlia tubers that may or may not ever get them in the ground. My coleus that didn't make it anywhere other than right here. Maybe I'll clip all the flowers off of these and put them in some pots, and then we'll go from there. Yeah. Okay, and then over here, this tray, this is John's experiment. This is Armeria. I'll see if I can, I'll go grab a picture to put on the screen here. These are seeds from Armeria Thrift. I'm not sure what else you call it. These cute little tufts of green, grassy looking plant with tall, well, not tall, like 6 or 8 inch spikes with little pink flowers on the top of them. He loves that plant, and he just saw seeds when he was at a nursery, so he thought he'd give it a try. There are some, they're actually growing, so hopefully it'll do well. This is the Sweet William. This is a Rose Magic, and then this is the Albus, the white. I need to water, as you can see. It's been real hot and windy, so everything needs water. This is a third succession of sunflowers that we have in here right now that we just sowed a couple weeks ago. And then these are all flowering kale. This is an experiment I told you guys about that we're doing. I've seen many times that these make really beautiful fall bouquet focal flowers. So we're gonna see if we can make it happen. If not, it was, $10 worth of seed and a little bit of time. So yeah, this is what we got going on in here. We still have gladiola crate. It's not blooming yet. I don't really, yeah. This is an experiment. I've tried it before and failed. It's flopping over. I need to stake it, but I'm not too awful concerned about whether or not I actually get flowers off of this guy, though. It would be nice. All right, now that you see what we have going in here, I'm gonna sow 3, maybe 4 more trays of sunflowers. The varieties that we have are, I have Pro-Cut Red, which is always good for that time of year. These will be blooming August, heading toward, well, they're 55 to 65 day bloomers. So from now, which is the end of June, it should be the end of August into September. So that's definitely what people want, the fall type colors. We have some orange, and I have Orange Excel. These are all Pro Cuts, by the way. I prefer Pro Cuts. Orange, Pro Cut Orange, and then Orange Excel. I'm not really sure the difference between the two. I haven't noticed out in the field yet, but they're just getting started, so I'll keep you posted on that. And then I have some White Knight that I may or may not sow. There's not as much desire for soft paleted flowers in the fall, though I might do a tray just to have them because I like them and they go really nicely with some of the colors of zinnias that we have out there. So I may still do that. Okay, I'm gonna set up the camera. We'll get some trays filled and then we'll get to sowing. Okay, we got them all planted. It turns out I only had enough to do 1 tray of white, 1 tray of the orange, and then a partial tray of Orange Excel, a little bit of red, and then I just filled in the rest of that with the white. And that's going to be the last succession that I do for this season. I'm not going to order any more seeds right now. I'm going to get ready to, in the very near future, make my big order of seeds to supply for next season. But this will do me just fine. These will bloom, like I said, in the late August, early September. They tend to slow down on how fast they grow later in the season. So that'll be it for the sunflowers. By then we'll still have zinnias and black-eyed Susans and dahlias at that point. So the sunflowers, they'll just be done for the season. I did want to just touch really quick on why I have so many successions. I know that I've talked about it in past videos, but I just want to re-up it. So I have every 2 weeks to every 10 days to 2 weeks, I have sown another batch of sunflowers. Generally, there were 4 trays at a time, 72 each, so 280-ish sunflowers. The reason that I do that is because I grow these pro cut varieties, and they are a single stem, one cut and they're done sunflower. You can, I mean, I've seen it, I've done it, mostly out of pure laziness, not flipping the beds fast enough. They will sprout little side shoots, but the flowers are tiny and they're not really useful for anything. So like I said, these are generally for flower farmers. We grow this kind because they're fast. They're uniform in color and shape, but they're single stem, one flower, cut it off. You can flip the bed, put something else in there. So I have to do it on a regular drum beat. Otherwise, I just won't have sunflowers all season long. It'll be one big flash of them and then they'll be done. I have in the past, I've grown branching sunflowers in the past, and some of them are really lovely. I prefer those for like a garden application because you'll have blooms for a lot longer in the season. For cut flowers, it's just a lot more efficient for me to grow the single stems. So that's why I have so many sunflowers in the greenhouse right now, and we already have 1, 2, 3, 4 successions in the ground currently. So okay, so that's it in here. I'm gonna go, I'll set up a camera, I'll prep the bed, and then we're going to put these guys, as many of them as I can fit, in the ground in the bedroom garden where the tulips were. That's awesome. There's one more thing checked off the list. Now, let's get some sunflowers in the ground. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I didn't get quite as far as I wanted to, but did quite a bit, so I'll take it as a win. We got, just a reminder, we got the sunflowers staked up down there. We got another batch of seeds sown, and then I'll turn the camera around real quick. We got about 3 trays of sunflowers in the ground. I also got distracted doing a bunch of weeding over here for a while, which is probably part of why I didn't get as far as I wanted to, but that's okay. I think I need to clear out another section of the garden in order to have a spot for that other tray anyhow, and I'm just not ready to tear into that today. And I was gonna go do a bunch of watering, but the power just went out and I need power to run the well, so I guess I'm out of luck. It was good timing. I just got the rest of this all watered in, but I don't want to plant a bunch of new stuff in the ground that I can't water. So yeah, it's been a really good day. I did want to address, in case any of you ask, the spacing on my sunflowers. I try to space them right around 6 inches apart. Sunflowers they remind me of goldfish. The further apart you space them, the more room they have, the bigger the flowers will get. And if I did the standard 12-inch spacing for a sunflower, they'd be giants and way too big for a bouquet. So I space them about 6 inches apart, and they generally stay a manageable size, 6 to 8 inch blooms, which is perfect for what I need them for. Again, it's been a good day. I'm glad you guys came along for the sunflower fun today. You could see the blue sky is finally here. So summer's here. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.